order. First item on the agenda is election of officers for this year.
Make a motion to stay exactly the same as they are.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Is there any use?
Yeah. I know. Not, all those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. So carried.
Let me reiterate who the officers actually are.
Three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, the three of us, yeah. President, vice president, and secretary, so. Okay, minutes of the last meeting, December 17th. You hope you had a chance to read them. Any additions or corrections to those minutes?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Not all those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Okay. Under old business, you have seen the letters from the Community Foundation for asking for our first installments for both for the fairgrounds, community building, and the county pool. Would like to consider those separately, so we'll start with the community building. Need a motion to approve
I'll make a motion.
making that payment. Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I'm just curious on this one. Why is this one going through the community foundation?
All of the, everything's being funneled through the community foundation.
The reason they're doing that is, I understand it,
Is the plan.
if they get donations, it's a pass-through, so you can tax write it. Am I looking at right, talking right, Brian?
I recall that discussion on the pool project, but not that it makes a difference. I was just more curious than anything.
Had to do with the ready funds and stuff available, wasn't it?
Yeah, there had to be a public and private match with the real funds. Private match.
So, okay. Okay, motion and second to approve payment for the community building. Any discussion? All in favor of saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. And we also have the letter for the first installment of our pledge for the pool project.
I make a motion to approve payment.
I'll
Okay.
second the motion.
Any discussion? If not, all those in favor of approving the first payment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Okay. New business. Last time we talked about amending our plan to our economic development plan to allow us to provide funds to St. Mary's School. We talked about that last time. I sent you the actual resolution. It'd be resolution number 2026-1. And we need to pass this resolution to get the ball rolling. Any questions on that resolution?
Is this just for I never read it all, probably should have, but is this for education completely or just for St. Mary's?
Read the last paragraph
Yeah.
to Exhibit
Okay.
A.
Yeah, you look at the,
So it's funding for all schools that serve Greensburg and Decatur County.
Yeah.
So that
I
would
made it-
include St. Mary's.
made it kind of broad, so the next time something else comes up, we don't have to go through this whole process
So
again.
it's kind of a blanket coverage.
Yes, it is. It allows us then to, instead of every time something comes up, going through this whole process over and over.
I make a motion to approve the Fifth Amendment
Yeah, well, to approve the resolution,
resolution.
yeah,
I'll second.
okay. Any other discussion on that? If not, all those in favor of approving the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. That's interesting. Okay. I'm gonna pass these two around. Everybody needs to sign those, so I'll pass those around. While that's being passed around, I will let you know that this next has to go to the Area Plan Commission. And we are on their March 4th agenda. So if you want, pass that on to. We were. Next item of business is Greensburg Community Schools. Tom?
Like every other entity here in the county, we're really kind of stretched with all the tax implications over the next few years. And one of the things that we started back 6 years ago was our preschool program. And we provided free transportation to pick them up and take them home, and no cost for the preschool, and probably no program that we've started at Greensburg Schools has had as great of an effect as this program. We were retaining about 20 to 25 kids a year in kindergarten, and since that date, we've retained one kid in the last 6 years in kindergarten. So the program is just so important for our community. It gets the kids ready for kindergarten, and it just leads to their success, I think, further on through their school career. With that, you guys did help us fund it when we initially started it. I haven't come and asked for anything in at least 2 or 3 years. I know I haven't asked for anything, but I really do need some help over the next couple of years until we stabilize our whole operations fund to continue the program. And I was asking the board to approve $150,000 for 26, 27, and 28 to help us get through. And I really think after that point, I will be able to address the budget to where we won't have to ask anything further for it. I have, as you can see, we're taking on about $80,000 a year ourselves in that cost for the program. Don't anticipate it increasing in cost from where it's at now. Maybe a little bit with the teachers' salaries going up a little bit, but overall, not really in any increase. But I think the $150,000 over the next 3 years will help solidify the program and make sure we can offer it for our kids.
Is there any bills coming to legislature for any of this yet, Mr. Hunter?
Well, the one thing that was really going to help us is the voucher program for preschool. And as you know, they cut, that looked like last year we had a couple of kids that were signing up already. And it looked like we were going to get a little bit of funding through that, and that would help us pay for the program. They've cut that now. I don't think it's going to be long term. I think at some point they're going to realize they're going to have to provide some monies for preschool programs, not just here in Greensburg, but everywhere. So that's why I really feel like in 3 years we should be on solid ground if we do get some funding from the state. And if we don't, I won't be back up here again and ask you. You know, we're going to have to figure it out. But I really do need over the next 3 years if you could help me fund the program. It's all going to that. Those monies will go to nothing other than the preschool program.
Anybody have any questions?
Does anyone recall, maybe you, Tom, how much did we fund initially?
I think it was $150,000 a year for 3 years, same as what I asked for this time. I think
1 year,
was it 1 year?
1 year.
Was it? Okay.
We had
I'm sorry.
250,000 1 year.
That's what I thought, it was
We
250.
gave 250,000 one.
250 one time. Okay, I don't even
I don't know
remember.
how many years you used that, but it was,
We've used it since we started the program, but of course it's gone now.
I remember just a one-time thing. I'm not going to go back and
yeah,
look.
it was
You're right. It was a one-time thing. It was 250,000.
250,000 one time.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Is it on your spreadsheet?
No, it's not on this one because it's been too long ago, I think.
It might have been before COVID.
It was.
Yeah, it's before.
COVID.
Well, it should have been,
Yeah, so it's over
yeah,
6
it's
years ago.
beforehand.
You what?
There it is on the list. I chopped off the previous.
Was it one time 250,000? I should.
Show up on our
Greensburg
list
Community
here.
Schools,
Okay.
It's probably on that
Level 3.
spreadsheet, everybody's got the,
Let's see.
maybe the entire one, or does anybody have on their
What's that?
City offered,
Spreadsheet.
if offered anything. I mean,
I've not asked them because I got the letter that they don't have any excess funds, so.
Yeah, okay.
What's this? 250,000, but it was before, is 2022 or before?
Yeah.
Because I got one here, it goes back to 23 and it wasn't in 23.
I think it was before COVID.
Yeah, it was
It
before.
was like
COVID.
19, 18 or 9, might have been 19. I remember.
Yeah, well, it's not that important. We know we did it sometime in the past.
Yeah, sometime in the past.
Tom, it looks like your preschool's been very successful.
It's been very, like I said, I think it's probably been one of the most successful programs we've started.
On that, I make a motion to approve the $150,000 a year for 3 years for school years 26, 27, 28.
Okay.
I'll second that motion.
Any other discussion?
I'll be honest with you, I want to see it go, but I'm more of a year-to-year thing. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I think something's going to come down the pike from the legislature. That's just me. I'm not saying I'm going to vote against you. I know what you're doing is great. One of the school bus drivers that drives them kids, real good friend of mine, and but whatever the motion is, that's fine.
the 3 years just helps me kind of solidify my staff and everything that I have. That's why I went 3 years.
I understand. I totally understand. I do.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? We'll vote on the motion to fund $150,000 a year for 3 years. All those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried.
Greatly appreciated. The kids of Greensburg greatly appreciate it, I can tell you. Thank you.
I think it's a great program. I do. I think it's a great program. When it comes to education, I'm dumber than dirt, but I think the kids need something.
Okay. The other item on the agenda is the project fund. Find my notes.
Something.
Yeah. Okay. What this is when the original, huh?
Original bonds. were
Yeah,
sold.
original bonds and the original economic development plan listed a bunch of projects. And over the years, those projects expand. Some of them didn't cost quite as much as what they thought. And what we had left is in the project fund, it still remains in the project fund. But they were designated strictly for those projects. And since 2007 or 8 or whatever, that money's just been sitting there. And I would like to think it's been drawn interest, but it's just there. And I would think that we could maybe perhaps do a little, talk to our attorney, what we could possibly do to maybe bring those funds into to where we could spend them. Because right now they were designated for these projects. And that money's just been set. Yeah, it is. Where's it at? The project fund, as of the end of November, was $406,848. And it's been earning $1,400 a month in interest. So it's over 400, close to 409,000 bucks right now. And what I'd like to do, if everybody is agreeable, I'd like to talk to our attorney to see what process we could possibly use in order to get that freed up so we could use it for other projects that come up.
Can the funds be, or can it all be canceled and moved back into the general fund, or?
Yeah, I don't know what the process is, but
Okay.
I'll have to talk to our attorney, but before I did that, cause it'll cost a few bucks. But I thought,
Yeah,
if you're all agreeable,
Yeah,
we could go ahead and get her working on that to try to figure out what we have to do. Cause I hate to just leave it set out there and forever.
just floating around out there now.
Yeah, it's just sitting out there in that fund and just,
Yeah, I think it needs to be moved back to where it can be used or something done with it. Maybe everybody else has a different opinion, but
I'd be
the
surprised
two
if you.
bankers, they ought to know what to
I'd
do
be
with
surprised
it.
if you could move that into like the general fund. I could see repaying back the bonds with it, but
yeah,
anything else, if it's not on the project list,
yeah, I don't know. That's why I wanted to ask her
Yeah.
to see what she thought, but that's gonna cost us a few bucks to get that done. I thought, rather than just leaving it lay out there, get to what?
Can be prepaid.
I know that the jail bond, we can't make an extra payment on it till the 11th year. You can only make the minimum payment till 11th year, and then you can throw all the money out that you want to. I'm not sure how this bond works.
Yeah, I don't know for sure either. Those are bonds that were issued in 2006.
But I guess if it can't be prepaid, it can be allocated towards the next payment, which essentially gives you the same effect, wouldn't it? Because you would have
I don't know.
more excess.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought. It's okay.
Yeah, go-
Talk to
go talk
Lisa.
to Lisa.
Yeah, move it, I mean,
Talk to her.
but is it, what's the bond interest?
If I remember right.
It's
it was
4.5.
about 4.25, I thought,
4 to 4.5.
yeah, is what
What's this money making? What's this money making?
I'm making that.
Well, Honda may not want it to be prepaid.
Yeah, because you have to remember, the bonds we issued on the bot,
Yeah, they bought them all.
so. Don't know. But I thought if you're willing, I would get a hold of our attorney and see what kind of options we do have for that money.
Get out of limbo.
Yeah,
I hate to see it just continuing to sit there.
Need a motion for that, or?
not really.
I don't think
Not
so.
spending
Yeah,
it.
we're just, I wanted to get your agreement. Because we will be, have to approve the bill.
Yeah, I'm on it. If you need a motion, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm comfortable if everybody's agreeable. We'll get a hold of her and see what our options are. Is there any other business we need to talk about tonight?
I just wanted to I guess everybody was reappointed. I know me and Matt was. I guess the commissioners reappointed.
I've not heard any different.
Yeah, I haven't
Okay.
heard that I've been fired.
Yeah.
Well, I told them you'd all take the job again. I hope they made a motion and went through it. I don't know. And then did everybody check on that lucrative board thing? I don't know if Chris, if you're on any more boards or not. Okay. Because I know I've got one, we had to tell him to go to one way or the other. And I think the commissioners had one or two, so. New rule.
Well, this one isn't lucrative by any stretch of the imagination.
Imagination.
Do what?
This one isn't lucrative by any stretch of the imagination.
It don't make any difference. If you're spending money, they consider it lucrative. That's where they're coming up with that stuff at, so. Well, if that's it, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, next meeting, February the 18th. I have a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Any other discussion? All those in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you.